Good evening and welcome back to Prime of Midlife. As you can see, I am home. I'm back from my 2 nights away, which was fabulous. And yeah, I needed to stop and just stop. So that's what I did. And as you saw, I had the beach, etc., and many naps and much tea. So the world's a happy place. Um, I did, however, especially on the way back. I don't normally do long drives. I don't have to anymore. I used to do them a lot, but I don't have to anymore. And it was quite eye opening driving all the way to Glasgow and then out the other side, um, and then on the way back up here. It's amazing how quick tempered some people can be. And don't get me wrong, I have quite epic road rage, but I don't particularly do anything about it. And my car that I have now has cruise control, which is great because we have a lot of average speed cameras here. A lot. And there was a lot of set speed limits slower than the national speed limit going up and down the road. And on the way down, I was so lucky. So lucky. The internet did not work at work. It went off again on Friday afternoon. So I came home to work from home. It was so busy. I literally had my head down. I worked through my lunch, had my head down because I was like, I have to finish at 5. I wanted to get as much done as possible before 5. But I knew that if I didn't get out of here almost dead on 5, I would get caught in tailbacks. So I literally, I think it was 1 minute past 5, I shut the computer. I had packed my car in the morning because I thought if I was having to leave Perth, I was going to have to be doing the run as well. Being at home gave me that advantage. So I actually got quite a straight run through. I think that the longest I was delayed was maybe about 2 minutes at one of the roundabouts, which, had I left much later, I would probably have been sitting at for 20 minutes. So I was so thankful for that. Um, on the way down, however, we got to just before Glasgow, and I know the road, and I know what lane is best for getting to where I wanted to be, and that was the outside lane. And so I had, been going in and out as you do, obviously with a 50-odd-mile drive. And then as we were coming up to where junctions were going to start and that, I was like, right, okay, outside lane, and people pulled off and things, and then I followed a pickup, big pickup, and he sat in the outside lane, and I thought, right, I'm just going to follow him because and every so often I would look, and sometimes he'd be close to something, and you'd be like, right, he's going to overtake that, and then there would be a big space, and you'd go, right, he's going to pull in. No, did he pull in? No, he did not. So my option was, do I undertake him, or do I just follow him? I decided just to follow him. There were, however, a couple of people who decided to undertake us. But, that was fine. It was like a 3-lane motorway. We were all good. So, that was rather interesting, just having this guy planted. But I remember the cartoon that I saw years ago, and it was of the, if you've got no cars in front of you and like 6 cars behind you, then you're the problem. And this guy obviously had never seen that cartoon. But what was really nice today, well, the first thing that happened to me today was when I was coming up, and it was a 60 mile an hour average speed, and there were cameras everywhere, and everyone almost was doing the 60. So I had the cruise control on, and I was like, right, I'm going to sit, And this guy, he was coming from my left, coming out, and I was like, well, do you know, I'm just sitting here at 60. And he literally sat side by side with me. Now, I couldn't go out because there was somebody in the outside lane. So he fell in behind me. I thought, right, that's fine. Then when he came past, he pulled in front of me and brake checked me. Like, really? Look at me. Do I look like a boy racer? Come on. So we let him go do his thing. I'm way too old in the tooth for that rubbish. Don't get me wrong, had I been younger, I remember my daddy used to do rallying. I'd have taken him on in a heartbeat. However, I am past that now. I am also relatively sensible, and what was really, really nice was as we were coming up towards Glasgow, I was in the outside lane again on cruise control, and a car obviously was not doing the speed limit in a, as I say, a heavily photographed area. But he came firing up behind me, and he didn't tailgate me as such, but he was pretty close behind me. So I had been like halfway past a car when he first came behind me. And although there was other vehicles in front that I could have stayed in the outside lane, I pulled in to let him pass and then pulled out once he passed. And bless him, he flashed the hazard lights at me. And thought, see, there you go. No need. So, yeah. Although I have acknowledged road rage, it seems I am calmer now. Especially when I've got cruise control on and I know I'm not getting a ticket, so I'm quite happy. I wouldn't like to see me if we had an emergency. Like, I mean, all bets are off if I've got an emergency. But yeah, that was quite interesting. And as I say, because I don't drive long distances normally, it was quite fascinating to watch people, you know, tailgating other people, brake checking, doing the in and outs, like the Weaver Bird. I think there used to be an advert about being a Weaver Bird on the TV. Don't be a Weaver Bird going in and out the traffic. So yeah, that was my excitement today, was watching the world go by from the road. Yeah, I'm quite glad I don't drive that much anymore. I don't think my road rage would hold for any length of time. Now I am going to go and have an early night, pack up my computer and everything for work so that it's all done before I get up tomorrow. And we're back to work tomorrow. Catch you later.